Hey, I've been having a lot of communications lately with Muslims. I apologize for any noise in the background. My wife's watching this show that I don't particularly subscribe to. But anyways, back to the point. I'm having this conversation. I'm kind of recording our messages and texts to each other and whatnot. You'll find it on my blog, Catechist the Damned. It's just kind of a debate. Sorry, a little bit drunk. Debate about the historical accuracy of the Quran. This guy, at first I asked him a bunch of questions. He said, no, I want a structure. So I formed a structure, and then he refuses to stick to it, and then kind of goes off on these anecdotal evidence trips on how the Quran is verified. And okay, I watched this video earlier today saying it's unfair of atheists to lump all religions together, to lump Christians with Muslims. But I keep finding again and again, I don't think this guy's a real scholar. Much like most of the Christians I debate, I'm not debating professionals. They all make the same mistakes. They assume something is true. They have this a priori assumption, and then it seems like they kind of craft their justifications for why that is right around their assumption. And it's real frustrating because you get the sense that a lot of times these guys don't have much of a liberal arts background, which is just kind of okay, like for example, when I was in college, I didn't really specialize in anything so much as I took a variety of classes. I took some intro to chemistry, intro to biology, a lot of history. So my knowledge is kind of diversified across certain fields. I took like a lot of Eastern religion classes, and my hobbies kind of include studying different religions. So it's hard when they only know like one paradigm, and their kind of mathematics skills and science skills are limited to explain things to them, because I'm like talking about linguistics. I don't even know if I'm right saying there's linguistic laws, but I know there's linguistic properties that are pretty well understood, that language evolves over time. Now, maybe Arabic is totally immune to this phenomenon, but I find it curious that in 1500 years none of their words have changed context. They pronounce everything the same. I find that implausible, because even Latin, over a course of 1,000 years, there were shifts in what things meant, how things sounded. We all know when you read, for example, Shakespeare, Chaucer, how much English has changed over time. So this assumption that, first of all, Allah was a monoglot, he could only speak Arabic, he could only translate his thoughts into this one language, and if you translate it out, it'll be absolute gibberish. That's a hard concept for me to understand, because that just doesn't seem like an omnipotent deity. It seems like a man-made, man-conceived deity. And however, this concept I'm trying to convey to this individual, I think his name is Islamic Samurai, which I find quite curious, because my wife's Japanese, and I wonder if he even knows what a samurai is. But yeah. So anyways, if you're curious and you kind of want to see, I think I'm spending too much time on the guy. But on the other hand, it kind of gives me a chance to flex my rhetorical muscles I haven't used in a while. If you find any problem in my arguments, please let me know, because I'm not saying I'm an absolute expert. I just think I see things more clearly and through a bit more educated lens than he does. But perhaps I'm wrong. Please correct me if I've made mistakes somewhere.